2018 GMC Sierra Denali HD with the L5P 6.6 Duramax diesel. Got our check engine light on. Truck is running really rough, and also saying service the emission system. So it looks like we got a misfire on cylinder number 4, which I'll go ahead and show you here real quick. All right guys, so just want to show you here real quick. Check engine light's on, as you can see, and the problem's intermittent. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. But normally it would say service emission system now, C manual, and then it restricts our speed all the way down to 55 miles per hour. And then if I zoom in here, kind of hard to see, but you can see it's not really doing it right now. But you can just feel the truck shaking real bad, and you can kind of notice it in the RPMs there. So it's detecting a misfire here, and also see there, you can see it drop. Traction control light was on as well, so I went ahead and scanned the codes, and actually right there you can see engine power reduced, and emission system, see owner manual, and then right there you can see it's only letting us go to 55 miles per hour, plus the traction control light came on. So I scanned the codes, and you can see right there P0204, which is saying cylinder 4 injector control circuit, and then P0300 engine misfire. So it's detecting that misfire on cylinder number 4. And this is a common issue, I guess, on these L5P Duramaxes, especially cylinder number 4, and I believe it's cylinder number 7. And it's the pigtail that goes to the injector itself. I guess it gets warm and creates high resistance, and that's what's causing this misfire. So we're going to go ahead and swap that out and see if it takes care of the issue. So go ahead and pop your hood. So with your hood popped here, you want to come over to the driver's side. The driver's side is going to be the even number cylinders. So you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8. So 4 is going to be the second one back. So it looks like we need to remove quite a bit of stuff here to access that. But I think first thing I want to do is go ahead and disconnect both batteries just to be on the safe side. So go ahead and grab a 10 millimeter, and we'll go ahead and loosen up this negative here. Just put a rag over that, just so it doesn't touch there. Then you can pop this cover off here. Same thing. Loosen that. Pull that off of there. Same thing over here on your passenger side. And then I'll probably just leave that positive hooked up. That way I don't have to take off this bar or anything. So it looks like it's hidden under this plastic cover here. So it looks like we're gonna have to remove this tube here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna try and remove it from up here. See if we can wiggle it out of the way enough to access some of this here. So just grab a 7/16, and let's go ahead and loosen that up. Probably use something to pry that off with. So I'm just going to try and pry it with a flathead here, and then kind of lift up on this a little bit. Try to get that loose somewhat. go. So next, go ahead and grab a 10mm, and we need to get this plastic cover off. You'll see one bolt right there, and then the other one, get this out of the way here, is going to be right down there. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to get this off yet without disconnecting the fuel lines here. You can see. So I'm going to try to pull these bolts, and then let's just see if we can pop this off without having to pop the fuel lines off there. But I have a pretty good feeling we're going to have to disconnect those. And these aren't on there too tight. Like I said, all it's doing is holding this plastic cover. It's pretty much just for looks, I think. So it looks like it actually might be a grommet or something that's holding this bolt on, so you can't pull it out all the way. That's what it's feeling like. And then go ahead and try the other one here. And let's see if we get this off here now. So yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to pull that off unless I go from the bottom up, but yeah, it looks like we're going to have to remove those fuel lines. So what you want to do is you just pull up on this, slide that out. Same with on this smaller one here. Just lift up on one end and then slide it out. All right guys, so I went ahead and just took a bungee cord and went up right to the top there just to get this tube out of the way because it's kind of annoying bouncing around there. And then, so I got a couple tools here. So I got one like this for the fuel line disconnect. And you got two different sizes on it. I believe one is a 1/2 inch and one is 3/8. And then I also got these two here as well, which I might try. And you can see 1/2 inch and a 3/8. So I believe the smaller one there is going to be the 1/2, and then this bigger one is going to be a 3/8. And we'll have to stick one end in there while pressing in on the one, and then hopefully that'll disconnect that. And I'll probably grab a rag here too, just to clean up some of the fuel that's going to come out of there. So like I said, get your rag in here so you don't spill fuel everywhere. We'll try the smaller one here first. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure on the size, but let's go ahead and try it. So get that kind of in there. And then as you kind of want to press in and then also push in with your tool. There we go. So just like that, you can see those little teeth in there that hold on. Now let's try this larger one here. So kind of the same thing. Get it pushed in there. And that one seems like it's a lot harder. But you can see there's looks like about 4 teeth in there. So as you're doing this, you're pushing in on those teeth, and that's releasing it. And then it goes around this lip here. So you got to make sure, that's why you push in on it. So you kind of release it from this lip, and then you push your tool in there to push those teeth in. All right guys, so I got another set of these as well. This is a plastic one here. So I'm gonna see if I can get in there a little easier with this one, because it's kind of thinner around here. So it might fit in there a little better. So if you get that around. There we go. So yeah, like I said, that one there worked a little better. But yeah, this is a 1/2 inch and then a 3/8. So now let's see if we can get this cover out of here. And you guys don't have to relieve the pressure or anything on that. You can see I was able to do it just fine. Get this out of here. And then let's see if we can, so you got these rubber grommets, so it kind of pushes in on a pin there, which I already kind of popped off earlier. And I think it's just those 2 bolts. Yeah. So just be careful taking this out of here. Not sure what I'm getting caught on here. So let me reposition my camera, because I think I got to get a better angle at it. There we go. Just got to wiggle it a little bit here. Pull it out of here. And then also just watch your fuel lines right here. You want to make sure you don't drop anything down in there. So I think what I'll do is just kind of cover them like that. All right guys, so I went ahead and just disconnected the bungee cord from this tube, because it was right here in the way. So just disconnect that and move it out of the way again. And then if you zoom in, so you can see cylinder number 2 is going to be right there. And then our cylinder number 4 is going to be right here. So it's pretty easy to access at least. And that's going to be the pigtail that we're replacing. So we're going to have to cut back into some of the wire there. And then we'll go ahead and tap into our new one, or splice into the new one there. So I think this, so I think you got this locking red tab here. So if you take a little flathead, and let me just see if I can push on, kind of push it like that. And then let's see if we can, I think you just press down on this, hopefully. Yeah. So just push down on that little round black part there, and that unplugs right there like that. Then take you some cutters, and snip. I'm gonna snip right at the connector, that way we got plenty of wire to work with. And then kind of take note, so you can see the blue wire was on top if you're looking at the clip side, and then the white was on the bottom there. All right guys, so let's take a look at our new pigtail here. So I got this from a place called Fleece, and you can see L5P Duramax injector pigtail, and then there's the part number. And it was right around 70 bucks for this with shipping and everything. So I'll put a link in the description for it. But you can see it's a whole new pigtail, got a little bit of wire on it, and then it comes with some heat shrink connectors there. So you can see, looks like it's exactly the same, and then also right there. So let's go ahead and get this installed. So now let's go ahead and expose some more of the wire there, and either peel that tape back, or let's see, I'm gonna try this. A lot of times you can use a seam ripper like this. You can get these in like the sewing department at Walmart, but it works pretty good for projects like this. And you can get up under there without tearing the wire. So just kind of get up in there, and you can see, because the blade for it is right on top here, so you're not digging into the wire or anything. And then just peel some of this back here. Expose some of it like that, and I might actually go just a little bit more here. Okay, so you can see I got that stripped back just a little bit more there. So that gives us plenty of room to get our connectors in here. So go ahead and take you some strippers. I'm just going to use something like this. Go ahead and strip back some of that insulation there. Still kind of hard to get in there. So I'll go probably about that much. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and strip off just a little more, because if you look at these connectors they give you, it's a pretty big diameter hole. And so I think I'll strip a little bit back. That way I can fold it over and then twist it up just to make that gauge of the wire a little bigger. So it'll sit in here pretty flush, because I don't want this popping out of here. So I'll just strip back a little more here. So probably about like that. And then, like I said, let me zoom in here. So now I can kind of, hopefully you guys can see, but fold it over. I'll twist it up first here. And then just kind of fold it over. So it's kind of sitting there like that. So it just makes that gauge of that wire just a little bit thicker, just to hold that in there a little better. Do the same to this one here. like that. Then go ahead and take your connector. And I'll go ahead and get that slid on there. Take your pair of crimpers. And again, just make sure that's on there good. It's kind of hard to get in here. And then go ahead and crimp the one side. There we go. And then just kind of do a little pull tug test, not too hard. You don't want that popping out, but you do want to make sure it's in there good. So let's go ahead and do this one. Like I said, it's hard to get in here and get in a good position to where you can see crimping it the right way. Just like that. And it looks like I kind of went off a little bit. So let me just re-crimp that a little bit here. Just to make sure. There we go. Give it a tug, and we are good. Then take your new pigtail, and I don't think we need all this wire, because I mean, I guess we could probably zip tie it to the wiring harness down here, this wire loom, the extra. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, they already have it pre-cut here, but I think I'm just gonna cut a little more off. So I'm gonna say probably about like that. Cut those off. And then this gauge wire is a little thicker, so we want to have to double up on it. And then just go ahead and strip these back. Then go ahead and stick these in, and I'm pretty sure these aren't polarity sensitive, because it's taking a look here. Actually, both of these wires are blue and white. I thought one was just blue, one was white, and then you can see on there these are just white. So pretty sure these aren't polarity sensitive. So go ahead and stick that through there, and grab your crimpers. Go ahead and crimp that one. Give it a tug test, and then do the same on this one. just like that. And we should be good. So next I'm gonna use my heat gun and go ahead and melt these connectors, the heat shrink on them. You guys could use, you know, a lighter or a torch. Just be very, very careful because, you know, this is all fuel rail here, and then you got those exposed fuel lines there. So just be very careful using a lighter or something. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. So just like that. So next I'm going to go ahead and just take some electrical tape, and I'll go ahead and wrap this up all the way up to the pigtail there. Get that wrapped up pretty good. So now I'll go ahead and plug it in here. Get that slid on there. You hear it click, and then you can press this locking tab. And then I'll see what I can do here. Let's see if I can go ahead and just kind of zip tie this to the wire loom here. All right, guys, so you can see I just kind of ran a couple zip ties there just to this wire loom, just to kind of hold that stable there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get this plastic cover back on. And I just want to show you, so what I'm going to do, so I took a zip tie to hold this bolt up, because if not, these fall down. And that's what I was having issues with pulling this cover out of here, is because these threads are hanging down to about right here, and they're getting caught on all that stuff down there. So I'm going to give this a shot, see if this works, just to kind of hold those up, and then we'll go ahead and cut them once we get it on there, and we'll tighten them down. So again, just be careful doing this. Got a lot of electrical connectors and all that down in here. You don't want to mess up. Watch your fuel lines. Kind of get this in place. And then make sure you get underneath the these backside fuel lines here. There we go. There we go. So you should be able to push on these rubber grommets, and they kind of click in there, just like that. And we can cut our zip ties. And I put on our bolts there. And then you can go ahead and tighten both of those up. Just like that. And those two, you don't have to go very tight. Like I said, it's just holding this cover on, so it's pretty much all it's doing. Next, go ahead and get your tube back on here. And then there's that white line on top here. Just match it up with that arrow there. And go ahead and grab your 7/16. And let's tighten that up. And then I like to just double check this by hand, just to make sure that's tight, because you don't want that blowing off. I'm gonna say right about there, that should be good. And just double check, give it a good tug. Now let's go ahead and connect our fuel lines here. Just make sure there's nothing down in them. And then you can just push, and you'll hear it kind of should snap like that. And then just pull on it, make sure it's on there all the way. Just like that. And then go ahead and get your 2 clips here. Stick that in there, push down. Same with your other one. Just like that. Oh, and I just noticed, so it does, this says 1/2 inch on there, and then 3/8 right there. So yeah, 3/8, 1/2 inch. And then go ahead and connect your negative battery cable here, passenger side. Same thing on your driver's side here. Your positive hooked up. So now let's go ahead and start it, and we'll see how it runs. So you can see right there, open and close driver window. Not sure why it's saying that, but you can see that our check engine light's off. Same with the traction control. Let me go ahead and dismiss this. Dismiss. So I'm not sure what this means. So let me go ahead and try this. Open the driver window. So it's open. Go ahead and roll this up. Okay. Dismiss. So yeah, right there. And so it didn't even have to clear the codes. It just erased everything on its own. And you can see with the idle there, I mean, it's running 10 times better. I mean, this thing was almost like it's shaking the whole wheel. The whole truck was like this. And that seemed to cure the issue. So I'll go ahead and let this run a while here. Just want to make sure everything's good. Take it for a drive and come back. Alright guys, so I just got back from a little bit of a drive, and truck's running awesome. No other issues and no lights coming on or anything, and we can actually go above 55 miles an hour again. So that cured the issue. And then I just went ahead and hooked up my scan tool again here, and then just went ahead and checked for any codes. And as you can see, it's bringing up no fault codes. So we should be good. All right guys, so that's gonna be it for the video. Like I said, the truck is running awesome now. Seemed to cure that misfire issue. So again, this was a 2018 GMC Sierra Denali HD with the L5P Duramax diesel, 6.6 liter. And I was getting a misfire code for injector number 4. So went ahead and replaced that pigtail, and that cured the issue. So hopefully this video helps you out. Pretty simple job to do, not too bad. Dealership's probably gonna charge you, I don't know, anywhere from probably $400 to $700 to do that. So save your money. Do this for, like I said, it was about 70 bucks is all to do that. So save your money, do it yourself. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other videos. I got a bunch on this truck alone, so check those out. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.